and then I'll come around and make any other adjustments that you need. So everyone's starting because it's like the people who've been here before, and then all of our new friends. So these swings spread out. They're really yummy. They're really delicious. So they're a cotton lycra blend. They're super soft and stretchy, but we're still hanging by our underarms, so it's going to be intense, right? So we have to get used to that. Then we have leg loops and hand holds. So everybody check it out. Make sure you have 2 hand holds, 2 leg loops, and a main swing, right? If you're missing something, let me know, but it should be good. I had a tall person here, so I'm going to come help you now. Because I was like, we have one person short, one person tall. It's just part of life. But let me see if I can get this to come down. And we'll try making it kind of low and see if you like it. If you don't like it too low, we can bring it back up. We can play close to the ground, or we can play really high up in the air. And in a workshop that's like an introduction like this, I like to keep it about medium. So not too high, not too low, just straight. Okay? And while I get you into the swing, if anybody else feels like it's too high or too low, I'll be able to tell, but then we can always adjust it. Okay, so we're going to start with these beautiful mandala mats. You have a red one in the back that's also special. We're going to stand in the very center of the mat. Okay, we have this beautiful logo. It's called the RX logo, right? The star. So this is going to be our alignment, our vertical line. So we want to imagine like a string from the crown of the head reaching up into the heavens, and then that dropping down like a plumb line to our tailbone. And it happens to be right at the plumb line where the daisy chains are. So we're going to keep this alignment and really work with our posture throughout all the poses. It's really helpful to keep that alignment, that openness. Then we're going to inhale our arms towards the sky, and the first thing we want to do is just hug the swing, give the swing a hug. Right, and it's stretchy, right? So we want to see if we can stretch it down a little. See if you can move it down. Okay, you want it a little bit lower? No, you're good? Okay, great. So we use our forearms quite a lot in this practice. First, we want to always hug the swing, so bring your hands to curve the heart. Notice that this is our first anchor point, right? We're holding at our underarms. But if we hang by our underarms for an hour and a half, you'll hate me. So we're going to mix it up. The first thing we're going to do is learn how to use our forearms to press down. So keep the swing bunched up and just press it down so it goes down towards your legs. It might pop up every once in a while. Right. So once we press it down, then we're going to hold on. Once we hold on, we can lean back. Ooh, yeah, there's a lot of stretch, right? So once we're here, we're going to use our forearm press again. It's a diamond with the arms. I call it a diamond. So with that diamond shape, we're going to walk our feet forward. Keep pressing with your forearms so that there's tension on the swing. And then just heel toe your feet wide like you're sitting in a chair, but you're going to, I call it a sumo squat. Everyone drop your hips so I can see if the swing's a good height for you. So point your tailbone down towards the earth. Let your head rise up towards the sky. What's your name again? I'm so sorry. Jan. Jan? Hi, yeah, so drop your hips a lot. So this is what I want you guys to look out for. If you see this, this is the international sign for drop your hips. So if we do this, that means like drop the hips, okay? So you guys are good. Stay there for a second. Make sure you're pressing strongly with your arms. So you come out for a second. Take yourself over. Yeah, let's try this. You might feel a little bit better. And it's okay for you to just kind of play and explore, but try and stay like in sync with us, okay? Thank you. Okay, great. Awesome. So in our sumo, we just want to feel what it's like to have the freedom to kind of like let our hips sway from side to side. Yeah, maybe do some circles, some loop-de-loops, some lunges. So just notice what it's like to lengthen the spine. That's the most important thing that we want to do is lengthen the spine, right? So knees are open wide. You're going to drop your bum straight down, and then I'm going to make some other adjustments. You guys look pretty good. Does that feel good? Everyone's playing a little bit low, but it's okay. Is that okay? Okay, we could bring it up one, but let's go ahead and adjust the swing for you, because you could be up one. You could be a little bit higher. So let's go ahead and come out all the way for me. Okay. Yeah. Just for safety reasons, unless you work for the fire department. Not today. We have these lovely blocks here. But if anybody feels like they want their swing higher or lower, now's a good time, and we'll make adjustments. Otherwise, as we're going along, we can always switch it up.
Jenna, are you good low as well?
Yeah, we can do that one. So let me see. So can you get, yeah. That's fine, yeah, let's make it a little bit more fun. everybody's happy. So this is I'll just do a quick trick here. Get this one a little bit higher for you. Yeah, so typically when I come to a new group, I like to keep the swings nice and low. That's why the swings are a little bit lower. And then as we get more comfortable playing, I'll bring them up. For you? No, it is pretty much okay. And then if you want to be more suspended, because there'll be more pressure on the arms when it's higher, then you bring it up. So that's, that's why we play lower first and then make it higher. But this will be quick. Right, and then the back one, you need to bring it down. Yeah. This one, your knees aren't bending. Yeah, so we'll bring this one. Sure. And just give that a try. Let's see here. Let's try it out for you. Yeah, you just have to drop your weight all the way. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, and as the swings kind of stretch out and you get more comfortable with it, you might want to make it higher or lower as we go along too, which is fine. Okay, all right, back to our sumo. Now it is going to ride up, and if it's uncomfortable under the arms, what we're going to do is press our legs straight back, so press your head towards the back windows. Open up your arms wide, take a nice big inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows, interlace your fingers behind the back of the head. Beautiful. So this is called Chillaxin arms. Support the head with your hands. Gently rock from side to side. We all have plenty of room, so if you want to free flow for a moment, you can try bending one knee and then the other knee. And let the swing massage out that stickiness behind the heart. Yeah, see if you can press back the whole time. It's okay to flow from side to side, but get that nice big back bend. Yeah, there you go, beautiful. Yeah, so this is called weeping willow when we sway from side to side, so you're feeling like your leaves are dancing in the wind, you're nice, strongly rooted and grounded, like a tree. Awesome, guys. All right, come on back to center. Inhale, open your arms wide. Exhale, forearm press again. If you ever need to push the swing down, here's a good time to do it, right? With our forearm press. There you go. Good adjustment. Okay, bend the knees, drop the hips, chin up. Let's bring our feet a little wider. So just pretend like your mat is a clock and come out to 9 and 3 on your clock. Okay? 9 and 3. Back it up. There you go. Perfect. So at 9 and 3, we're going to make our feet really wide as you can, as wide as the mat. Let's bend our left knee and pause there. I'll go this way. This left. And then press straight back and around. There you go for a lunge on the right. And then press straight back and over to the left. So get into a nice flow with your breath. Inhale back. Exhale lunge. Inhale back. Exhale lunge. Good. You can feel the swing is holding us. It's like a pendulum swing, right? So we're creating these semicircles with our body. Inhale back. Exhale. Let's try doing our Chillaxin arms again in a supported back bend, adding the weeping willow move, so we're nice and wide, and then we're going to bend the elbow to the opposite knee, to the same knee, pardon me. So left elbow outside of the left knee, press straight back, elbow right. Beautiful. So get a big arch through the spine. Really feel the rib cage opening. Stretch the side body. Let it feel good. And then when we come back to center, we're going to open our arms wide. Nice big inhale. Exhale, forearm press. Heel toe to the front of the mat. Heel toe to the front of the mat. If you want to play, you can just wiggle your hips a little bit from side to side. Flex your feet back. Let your feet kind of slide to the front of the mat. There you go. Perfect. And as we're twisting, we're going to go a little bit deeper. Let's actually twist over to the left. Take the right knee, pick it up, and step it over to 9 o'clock. There you go. Perfect. And now drop the hips. Ooh la la. Yeah, get that twist. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Inhale, lift, come on out of it. And then exhale, drop, revisit that twist. Big opening for the obliques. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. Yep. Pick up the knee, come on back to center. Let's just do one supported back bend, maybe hop or adjust the swing if it rode up too high towards the armpits. Always make an adjustment. Beautiful. Let's try flexing both feet back to begin. Roll into the outer edge of the right. Pick up the left knee. Step to 3 o'clock for you on your mat. Perfect. Perfect. Drop the hips, ooh la la. Deep stretch through the obliques, so drop even more. Really get in there. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. See if you can add a twist. So your gaze is going to be over to the left, the opposite of your knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop and twist. Oh yeah, keep your hook, right? Keep holding on. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, come back to center. All right, so one more weeping willow. Get the swing nice and low. Don't be afraid to adjust it. It's going to take some time to get used to that pressure behind the back and under the arms. And now you'll notice we have a lot more play, a lot more sway with our feet together. So just enjoy the semicircle swing from side to side. Open up the upper back, open up the heart, let the head relax back to your hands. Okay, great. So we're going to do some lunges from here. Let's come to neutral. Inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, hold on to the swing. Let's mix it up. Hold on to the swing. Pick up the left knee and shoot it back behind you. Keep the toes tucked under. Right foot is the front of the mat, so slide it forward if you need to slide in. And then we're going to bicep curl lift. Ah, that's nice. Take pressure off the back for a minute. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. So we're doing a forward lunge with some bicep curls. Inhale, lift. And drop. So inhale, lift. Let's add a twist from here. So both legs are straight. Let's use the leg loops in our hands and see how that feels. Okay. Everybody get there. You can hold on to them nice and strong. Keep your arms straight. Bend your front knee and let's twist over to the right. And then inhale, lift and center, press straight down. Exhale, lunge, and twist over to the left. Showing you guys some variations of lunges with twists. Inhale, lift, press your hands straight down. Exhale, lower and twist. There you go. Beautiful. We're not going to go too far. We're going to feel the resistance of the swing. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Awesome. Okay, release the leg loops. Let's go ahead and bring both feet forward, safe back. Back to our Chillaxin arms. Go ahead and sway a little bit from side to side. Take a pause here whenever you need to reset. Not only are we supporting the back and coming into a back bend, but we're also resetting the spine. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and pick up the right knee and shoot it back. Keep the toes tucked under. Hold on to the swing and lift up. Bicep curl up. Exhale, lower. So spread out so you're the same shape as the mat. So you can step your back foot back a little bit. Yeah. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale, lower. So we're getting our lunges in. We're strengthening the quads, getting that stretch, but we're also strengthening our arms and getting those bicep curls in. By the end of today, you'll do 100 bicep curls. Unbeknownst to you. The accidental workout. Have some fun with it. Okay, we're going to come on back. We're going to straighten both legs, start to slide down into your leg loops. So first we're going to bend the knee, and then we're going to add a twist. Right, let's twist to the left. Inhale, come back to center, press down, straighten both legs. Exhale, lower, twist to the right. Ooh la la, that changes everything too. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower and twist. You guys got it, nice. But you're synchronized swimming. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. And back to center. Let's just hang out here. Let's go ahead and straighten both legs. Release the leg loops. One more gigantic back bend. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Fingers overhead. And then back to your Chillaxin arms. I'm going to just do one more weeping willow. We're going to move on from here. There's a lunge that we can do from our back bend that feels really good. So let's try marrying those two movements. We're going to pick up the left knee and shoot it back behind us. All the quads and hip flexors help to release the lower back pain. So we're going to stretch that left quad into the psoas. Keep leaning back into it. If it feels good, bend the right knee into a lunge. Oh yeah, you guys feel that stretch? Isn't that amazing? So if you feel strong, you can extend your arms back behind you. But don't worry about that for now. Just support the head if you need. Just focus on the quads, focus on the legs. When you're ready, inhale, straighten both legs out. Exhale, switch sides. Right knee bends, shoot the foot back. Keep the toes tucked under so you're engaged, right? So first we're in a back bend, then you bend the left knee, and we press forward into a lunge. So take a moment to breathe into the right side of the body. Yeah, It's a deep stretch. Not only are we opening up the heart, but we're opening up the belly, psoas, quad, hip flexor. Extend the arms back behind you if that feels good. And then both legs straight. Take a nice big inhale here. So we're ready to come into angel wings. We're ready to fly. Okay, so we're going to do this together. We're going to open up our arms wide. We have to sync up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bend the knees. Press forward, all the way forward. Lift through the heart. Exhale, bend the knees. Swimming all the way back. Whee! One more time. Inhale, press forward, all the way forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Swim back. You guys are amazing. Last time. Inhale, stay forward. Stay pressing forward. Beautiful. So bend a little from side to side. Fly your airplane. Whee! All right, good. From here, we're going to bend the elbows, walk the feet wide. See if you can come back to the 9 and 3 position on your mat. Maybe you'll just wiggle in. And then we land it in a wide straddle forward fold. We made it. Our warm-up lap is over. Okay, so slide into your elbows if you can slide in a little bit more. Perfect. See if you can flex. Instead of letting your hands come to your waist, can you flex and let your hands come towards your shoulders? You might need to come up to try it one more time. Let's all put the standing flex. Like we're nice and strong from all those bicep curls, right? This is flexing. So this is when we close the shoulders. This is when we keep them open. All right, let's try it one more time. So we keep our arms around the swing. Maybe you need to wiggle in side to side. Yeah, and stay flexed. That's it. Yeah, nice and strong. Good job, guys. Okay, so sink your hips back as you let the crown of the head come forward and just play with tracing the shape of the mat with your gaze. And pause at the edges. I like to give people lots of time to play in the workshops. Right? So what feels good? Maybe bending one knee, maybe twisting all the way over to the side. What does your body need for today? Right? And keep the alignment. Keep that vertical axis, but now we have it on the horizontal plane. So the tailbone and the crown of the head are still communicating. Right? We're going to keep those in one straight line. So that looks like arching through the chest and lifting the head a little bit for most of us. Beautiful, guys. All right. Okay, come on back to center. You're doing great. Let's do a little bit of strengthening. We're going to release our left hand down. Keep your right hand, your right elbow strongly hooked. Make a fist and pull that towards your sternum. Go ahead and twist and look up towards the sky and bring out the spine. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, look down. Come to neutral. Let's try that a couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Bring out the spine. Let it feel good. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, look down. Relax. Really good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Nice and strong through the shoulder. And then inhale, lengthen, exhale, look down. Now we're going to look down and we're going to let our right arm straighten. Both arms are straight. Hold on with your fingers around the swing and then sway it overhead. Now you're going to lift the body. Make sure the leg loops don't pop. Right? See if you can get both hands inside your little X there. There it is. Great. Now when we drop the chest, we keep the head lifted. See if you can lift and look forward with the gaze. And keep your head higher than your arms. And then when we press, just use your arms. I know it's going to be tempting to use the back, but just use the arms. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. That's it. Nice strong back, strong arms, straight spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, come all the way to stand. So this is our little clever switch. We're going to release our left hand up and over, bend the elbow and hook over the swing, yep, and then the right hand drops down to the front of the mat. Awesome. We all made it. Better we get entangled to do it. So we're going to have our right hand right out in front of us, our left hand, we make a fist. We inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist, and bring your fist towards your sternum so your gaze can be towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, look down, take a little pause. Good, use the breath. Inhale, lift, exhale, twist. Nice, strong shoulders. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, look down. Kind of find your own flow, your own pace. Inhale, lifting, exhale, twisting. Good. One last time. Inhale, lift, and exhale, look down. Straighten both arms. Left arm straightens. Hold on to the swing. One more time. We're going to sway it overhead. So now when we lift, there's no X. Magic. Alright, so bend the elbows and hold on. And again, take a moment to play in your wide straddle forward fold. So head stays above the arms. That's going to make sure that we have good alignment and we're not straining the shoulder joints. And then we're going to come into lunges from side to side and see how that feels. Right? So always use the swing to support the body weight. This allows us to go deeper into the pose without any strain on the joints. Just see what feels good for you today. Every body is unique in terms of where they're holding tension and how they're holding tension, even though we have these popular spots. So take a moment to just play with it. Explore and experience the body in a new way. And then when you're ready, come to center. Inhale, press, press, press. Just use your arms. Press, press, press all the way to stand. Nice strong arms. Exhale, one more time, lower. Inhale, press, press, press all the way up. Let's come all the way up and take a pause. Okay, great. Made it through the first part. So that was our forward folds. Now we're going to continue with our forward folds using the swing in front of the body. Now, we don't want the swing to press against our bladder or our belly. It doesn't feel good. We want to actually bring the swing all the way down to our hips. So sometimes it is easier to make it a little bit lower, but everybody try getting up on your tippy toes at the center of the mat. Yes, and then straighten your arms. Good. And you'll notice, yeah, you can even float if you want to play a little bit. Just be careful. Find your balance. There you go. Yeah, good. Now, if you straighten your arms, it will hit the top of the legs. See how you got to kind of hop up there. There you go. Good. And we're going to practice forward folds. Now, our goal is to come down nice and easy. If we go kerplunk, don't worry about it. But the way we come down with more grace is we push the hips forward first. Just try it. It's going to be really different. Push the hips forward, and once we push the hips forward, we're going to bend at the hip flexors and then bring the hands down. Try to keep your feet grounded. They're going to want to float away. Trust me. There you go. Thanks, everyone. And once you come on down, why don't you go ahead and just bring your hands down, let your elbows bend, gently rock from side to side, sway. Now, if the swing doesn't feel awesome, what I recommend doing is lifting one leg up and twist your hip towards the sky, and then change sides, lift the other leg and twist towards the sky. Yes, it'll slide the swing into the sweet spot, which is that place where the leg inserts into the pelvis. So it's below the hip bones. Everybody feel good? Yeah, feel free to ask me if you need anything. Okay, so now we're going to stretch it out into a down dog, and I call it happy dog when we wag our tail. So go ahead and just explore in the space. Little loopy loops, figure eights, whatever feels good. Happy dog, whatever makes your dog happy. But we're stretched out way over the front of the mat so that we can get a nice big V, pressing our heart towards our knees, lifting our sit bones towards the sky. And then when you're ready, we're going to explore coming to center. I call it the cat's meow. It's like a down dog and a cat-cow got together. So we're going to inhale, pull forward, arch. Exhale, rounded and squeeze. Round your back. Inhale, arch and open, lift from the heart. That's it. Undulate the spine. Exhale, rounded, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Be really present and aware of your buddy, your neighbor's head behind you. We're going to stay lifted. We're going to inhale, bring the right leg up. Let's just pulse here for a few breaths. Inhale, lift, lift, even higher, lift, higher each time, lift, arch, lift, lift. Perfect. Bring that foot down. Let's try the other side. Inhale, arch and open. Let's lift the left leg up and pulse. Lift, higher, lift, gaze up, lift, arch. Beautiful. That's it. Lift, lift. Can everybody feel their butts? So this is a good workout for the lower body. You gotta bring the foot down for a second. Go back into happy dog and just wag your tail. So we can make this really fun, really playful. We can get more into strength training and that kind of conditioning, or we can just relax and do some stretching and work on flexibility. So we're going to add another leg lift here. So we're going to inhale, arch, lift the right leg up. This time strengthen the core, bring knee to nose and squeeze the belly. Inhale, lift, arch and open. Exhale, squeeze. Really good. Inhaling, lift, stretch it out. Exhale, round in. Beautiful. Inhale and lift. Exhale, squeeze. Last time, go ahead and plant that foot on the ground. Wag the tail. Happy dog. So even though it feels like a deep rolfing session in the hip flexors, see if you can soften the free rolfing. It's very intense. We're just going to stay here for a couple more breaths. Let's try the other leg. So we're going to inhale, arch and lift. Left leg rises. Exhale, squeeze, knee to nose. Engage the core. Inhaling, opening and lifting. That's it. Beautiful, everyone. Exhale, squeeze. Good work with the breath. Inhaling, lift. Exhale, rising. Knee to nose. Last time, inhale. And exhale, lower. Really good. So I want to come with the hands to the front of the mat, and then we're going to start to float. Okay? So I'm in my floating plank, and I want to try some bicycling. Just see how it feels. So arms are going to stay straight. Stack your wrists right, your shoulders right underneath your wrists. Make sure you have nice long lines of energy in the body, and then just see if you can bicycle. So again, we're working our glutes, we're working our legs, we're working our core. There you go. Straight arms. Look forward. Walk your hands to the front. There you go. Thank you. All right, and from here, if it feels good, try to bring the knee to the outer elbow and play, even though it's a little intense, we're going to play with our leaps. So be careful of your neighbor's head behind you, right? So we're going to leapfrog. So you can bring both knees to both elbows. You can bring one knee at a time. You're like, ow, hip flexors. It's a little intense, but just have some fun with it. Yeah, so it's like bakasana. It's like a microsecond bakasana. Beautiful. And now we're going to hook the feet, right? So come back into your floating plank. Everyone's going to take their feet wide and hook the outside of the swing. Yeah, that's the inside. Try again. Outside of the swing. Ah, perfect. And then pull your heels down towards your bum so you don't float away. Everyone wants to float away. Well, the first thing we can do is some push-ups in this position, which is really fun. You guys all did it. Nice job. So this is where my trainees would notice if your feet were hooked the wrong way, and they would run over and help you if you needed. But everybody's good. Okay, so we're doing some push-ups, chaturungas. Let's just do 5. So we're getting nice and strong here, right? So just do as many as it feels good, but the swing is helping support your weight. And then, yeah. Well, way more fun is better anyhow, because that way we'll do more. So, yeah. And then if we wanted to come into a version of a handstand, let me just show you how we would do this here. It's a little bit more advanced. But we would tuck through our core, pull our hips towards, over our head, stack with the shoulders. And then we're going to go ahead and expand, and I call it an upside down dog, where we keep our arms straight, but we let our chest move down towards the ground. Inhale, pull forward for an up dog. You guys are doing great. Exhale, tuck for a handstand. Inhale, expand for upside down dog. Straight arms, chest towards here. Turning our crown and our dog upside down. Inhale, pull forward, up dog. Exhale, tuck for a version of handstand. That makes it easier too, so you don't have to fall over a bunch of times. Really good, guys. Press back for upside down dog with your elbows. We made it. So this is our only version we're going to do today. So in our headstand, we want to clasp our hands together. Okay, we want to make sure that our shoulders and our elbows are stacked, right? So right underneath one another. And then our feet stay hooked, so that way we don't float away. So pull your heels towards your bum again, if you started to float away. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, everybody, for making good adjustments. And then from here, let the crown of the head find the floor. So elbows right underneath the shoulders, hands clasped together. Yeah, nice. So we can hang out in our headstand for 5 minutes because it's so relaxing. It's really unusual to be able to stay for so long in a pose that's challenging, but we're letting the swing do most of the work. So slow it down. Can you let your head plant down, the crown of the head on the floor? So if you want to release your feet because your hip flexors are talking to you, you can go ahead and squeeze your knees together, squeeze your ankle bones together, release the swing, and pull your knees down towards your chest. Yeah, nice and slow. That's it. And now you're floating by your legs. You're doing it. Yeah, just make sure your knees are heavy and you keep your hook, and you're still in your headstand. Nice work, everyone. So feet together, knees together, heels are still by the bum. So we pull our feet in nice and tight. Let's just take a couple more breaths here, and then we'll transition out of our headstand. So just as easy it was to get into this pose, it's going to be just as easy to come out, right? So if your feet are not hooked, let them go, and then start to straighten your legs down towards the earth. Make sure they're moving towards the mat. That's down, right? Great. And then we start to float. This is called our floating leap. Feels really good. You guys are all doing it. And then our hands plant down, our feet start to land, and then all of a sudden we're in our down dog again. Yeah, so stretch out, so nice big V in our down dog, wagging our tail one last time, straight arms, straight out, stretch out your arms in front of you. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to walk forward. Let's have your angel wings again. Walk forward with your hands, walk forward with your feet, walk forward, walk forward. Make sure there's tension on the swing so you can come up, arms nice and wide. And then go ahead and grab the swing and come to stand. Welcome to your new hips. How does that feel?
Amazing.
Amazing now that we stop, right? I know, everyone's like, we're not used to this much pressure on the body, and these areas are very sensitive. So during, especially our first introduction, our new relationship to our swing, we're building a relationship on trust and letting ourselves feel comfortable holding our weight. So we're holding our weight with this tender area where the lymph intersects. It's a big intersection. And the same here. So if there was intensity, it's because the lymph are getting ringed out, and that's really, really good, right? It's very good for us. But at first, it feels like gripping, burning, tearing sensation. You're in the right place. People pay me a lot of money to do that kind of body work. So yeah, the swing is way better. All right, so we're going to mix it up again. Does anybody have any questions so far? Is everybody feeling okay? We're about halfway there. You guys are doing so good. We're going to have a nice long Shavasana at the end. I'm just going to end